Welcome to another episode of the Bulldog Business Show. Today I'm here with Mary Graham. She is the director of the Small Business Development Center. And just as a quick reminder before we get started with our interview, we are available now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So please check us out there if you haven't already. Mary, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So I'd like to start off by asking each of the guests, just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, and what led you to Mississippi State University.
Okay, well, I had a 24-year career in banking, primarily in commercial lending. I loved what I did, but discovered the SBDC a few months before I stumbled on this position at Mississippi State. And when I saw it, I just felt led to that's the direction I needed to go in, to be able to help people.
Okay, great. So we talk, here around the office, we refer to the SBDC all the time, but the SBDC is a Small Business Development Center. What is the Small Business Development Center? What is it all about?
So the SBDC was established in the 80s by President Reagan. It was an effort to put resources out there for small businesses so that they would have a place to go for any type of need that they have. So the SBDCs across the nation are there to support small businesses of any size. We can help from initial startup, just an idea, a concept about a business that you want to go into, to when you get to the point of international trade and needing help with your marketing and your cybersecurity. We have resources to help small businesses, even to the point of succession. When you're ready to sell your business or pass your business on, we can counsel and help you through every stage of business.
Okay, great. So in our last episode, we talked with Dr. Nick Pashos, who's the director of the Center for Entrepreneurship on campus for Mississippi State, works a lot with students and so forth. You guys don't just work with students. I mean, you do work with students a little bit, but you're there for the broader community. Is that right?
We are. We are here to help any small business. I do work with Nick in the E-Center on Tuesdays to be there to assist any students that are currently in business, working on their pitch projects, but ultimately they register as clients of mine as well. So we can help anyone that is looking to go into a small business or has a small business that needs some mentoring or coaching along the way.
Okay, good. What are the types of businesses that you typically see? I mean, what's the, is it all across the board, or is there a certain type of business that you see in your office quite a bit?
It is all across the board. Anything from a boutique, restaurants, a lot of agricultural type businesses in the area that we're in, because I do cover 10 counties around Oktibbeha.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just here in Starkville. I cover Columbus and West Point and as far down as Meridian and those areas as well. So we have 8 centers in Mississippi, and the Mississippi State Center covers the area that I just spoke of.
Okay. And do you guys work well together? I mean, do you guys work together to serve the needs of your customers?
We have counselors that are more specialized in some areas than others, like my background's in commercial lending, so I can offer assistance to counselors that don't have as much familiarity with that. Whereas if I need help assisting a client with marketing or something that I'm not as familiar about, I have people I can reach out to, other centers.
Okay. So you don't have to be, well-versed in absolutely all aspects of
No.
small business, but you can be the first stop for someone looking for some help,
Yeah.
and you can bring in the right resources for them.
Right.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more with our conversation with Mary Graham.
Mississippi State University's College of Business creates connections that can change lives with more than $2 million available in scholarships next year. Take advantage of the top research institution in the state. Professors have practical experience in their field, and students have the opportunity to work on live projects with partner companies. Earn your MBA online in as few as 10 courses from U.S. News & World Report's Top 100 program. Give your business career a head start. Visit business.msstate.edu to learn more.
Welcome back to my conversation with Mary Graham. She is the director of the Small Business Development Center located here in Starkville. And you're located, you mentioned, being in the E Center on Tuesdays, but you're actually located on campus in 2 spots now, aren't you?
I am. I am in the business incubator and the Thad Cochran Research Park at 60 Technology Boulevard. And then, as I said before, I have an office space in the E-Center on Tuesdays so that I can be more available to the students that are needing help between classes.
Okay. So for the general business community who might want to find a place to park, parking is much easier
Absolutely.
out in the research park, I'm guessing.
Yes, absolutely. There is no fight for parking there. So,
are there resources that are available to small businesses through the SBDC that you haven't already mentioned?
yes, so the Mississippi SBDC, we are now considered Mississippi SBDC Network because we not only have the services of counselors through the SBDC, but we also now have the RISE Center that offers help, like I mentioned previously, when you get into the need for cybersecurity and international trade and more in-depth market studies. As your business grows and you have a need for those more in-depth services, the RISE Center can step in. Whereas I remain your business counselor, the RISE Center in its different aspects can step in and help with those more complex needs. We also have the SSBCI, that is a newer program that is an additional outlet for financing for startups and businesses that don't qualify for traditional lending through a bank or a traditional SBA loan. It is a new grant-funded program through the SBA that can potentially help some businesses that wouldn't traditionally qualify for lending.
Okay. So, so you're providing access with your own, background and expertise, access to lending institutions and so forth. But there's also a lot of grant dollars available to small businesses. Is that right?
There are grants out there. Unfortunately, we are unable to help with the grant process, but we can help direct you
to the right place.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is there a fee for services through the SBDC?
There are no fees. Now, no fees to our clients. The program, as I stated, was started in the 80s by the Reagan administration, and it was meant to be a free resource or a no-cost resource for small businesses. It is paid for through grant. It is 50% funded by the SBA and 50% funded by our host schools. So Mississippi State funds a big portion of the center here in Starkville, along with the SBA.
Okay. So we've got some listeners and some viewers of this program who may be located, beyond just the borders of Mississippi. I'm assuming the SBDC is something that you could seek, counsel from regardless of the state that you're in?
Yes, there is an SBDC in every state in the United States. We cannot cross borders, so if the business is in one of our bordering states, we would have to refer you to your state's SBDC. But as long as the business is registered with the Mississippi Secretary of the State, we are able to help you. So even if you live somewhere else, if you choose to open your business in Mississippi, our SBDC can assist you.
Okay, good. For someone who's looking for some help in accessing their local SBDC, how should they reach out and connect with you or somebody else?
The best way to reach out to us would be through our website, and it is www.mississippisbdc.org. Okay. And when you go to that initial homepage, there is a button there that says register for counseling. So you would click there, register. Even if you haven't started your business, you just fill out the information as completely as you can. Even if it's just at a point that it's just an idea, that's fine. You can still register. You don't have to have a business name. And you don't have to. A lot of misconception is that you've got to go get your LLC or your register before you come to us. We can help small businesses register, form their LLCs, apply for their EINs, apply for their state sales tax number. We can help with all of that. It bothers me when I see clients come in that have paid a consulting firm, an online firm to complete that information for them. And a lot of times it's $200, $300 for them to have somebody do that for them when we will do it at no cost.
Okay.
Other than the Secretary of State's filing fee. So it's very important to me that people know we help with all of that.
Yeah, it's a great resource available. So, well, thank you for your time and thank you for sharing with us a lot of information about the SBDC. Hopefully making it more accessible to those who are listening or watching this program today. Just again, we thank everybody for your viewership. Thank you for keeping up with this Bulldog Business Show. Please like and share. These are short programs. We're looking about 13 minutes apiece, but we're going to continue to bring alums, key stakeholders, and key partners to the Mississippi State University College of Business to help get you more familiar with your College of Business. Again, follow us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.